Okay, this is my video review of Transformers Titanium Ultra Magnus. And the big difference between this Transformer figure and others was that it wasn't made by Hasbro or Takara. This was made by the Micro Machine makers, Galoob or Galobe, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I could have pronounced it wrong in both attempts there, but never mind. The biggest gimmick with this figure was that some parts, namely his feet there and his inner chest, are die-cast metal. At the time when this figure was released, there was no real die-cast in any of the Transformer line figures. It was all plastics apart from the Masterpiece line. He's an excellent rendition of the original G1 figure and Transformer character line. I have to say, I mean, the detailing on it is just excellent. We can sort of zoom in a little bit here. You can sort of see here little sort of panels, the little white flappy bits as I call them. They don't actually unflap in this figure, but they're still present and correct. At the back, it's also excellently detailed, nicely done. The wheels are unfortunately plastic, but they do have the die-cast part just in here as well. Again, his cab front is plastic, but it is quite well detailed, which you can see. You know, you've got the silver sprayed area here, you've got your little headlights, your smokestacks, and of course there's tiny little window wipers as well. Sort of negative things about him. I mean, his missiles look a bit iffy because you've got a little plastic white bit. I don't know if you can see that in the camera there. They look a bit off, and it doesn't matter which side you put them on, they still look the same there. Here, there's a sort of big gap here. I mean, I know there was a gap present in the original toy, but that seems quite big as well, and I'm not particularly happy with the paint job. I think it should have been a maybe darker blue. It seems quite light on this figure. But apart from those niggling issues, and that's just my opinion on those issues, it's an excellent rendition of the original Generation 1 figure. Now, to transform this figure, the first thing you need to do is take off the missiles. Just take off there. Okay, now you want to pull his arms apart. Now, another problem I have with the figure is the ball joint for the arms keeps coming off, but it's easily popped back in. Flip his cab piece back, click his arms into the side panels here and there. Flip his legs up, straighten them out, pull them down a little bit just to make sure they're all there. See, we're nearly there with the figure. Adjust the head, pull up his arms just a little bit. You don't want to make his arms extend up the top too much because it makes his arms look really, really small and silly on the mould. We need to twist these parts here, like so, and again the other side. Straighten them out a little, take little missile parts, place them here and here. Just his head a little bit again, and I'll just grab his gun, place it in his hand, straighten up a little, and there we go. Again, once the figure's transformed, it's an excellent version of Ultra Magnus. I really love the detail and sort of everything, and you can lift up his chest piece here, and it looks like you could maybe fit a Matrix in there, but they never released one for it. Again, it really looks good, just the paint scheme I think could be a lot better, maybe a little darker I suppose. I mean, it is quite a shiny metallic colour, but I don't think that suits the figure, to be honest. The bad points in the figure are the two missiles. I think they're upside down, but this is how they're actually produced, because all your back pan, all your detail is in the bottom. So what I usually do is straighten them up like so, there, can see the ball joints and his arms are quite loose, and that makes him look a lot better. His head seems a bit small for the figure. They could have done maybe to enlarge that. While it is excellently detailed, has to be said. And the sort of niggling part I have is this bit here, the sort of cab area. Now you can't really see it in shot like that, but when you sort of look at overhead, you see a big sort of chunky piece there, which I'd hoped he could have maybe sort of split that apart and still had a sort of connector part for his arms. But I mean, that's just me being quite picky. I mean, he will fit in with your classics line, your chug line figures. And I've got an example here. I've got Classics Optimus Prime. Probably fit them both in shot. I mean, he's about the same size as the figure, so he doesn't lose too much stature against the deluxe figures, such as Jazz, and Bumblebee and Trax, etc. I certainly would recommend this figure if you can get him at a reasonable price on the second hand market. I paid a decent price for him. I paid £20, but I have seen him go for up to £50, which I think is way too much for the figure. While it is excellently detailed and well done, I don't think it's certainly worth that for the issues you have with the missile launchers and such. But if you can get him for 20 or under, I would certainly recommend him. I mean, I really do enjoy the figure. I just wish maybe the colour was a little bit better. But anyway, that's just my opinion, and that's my video review. I hope you enjoyed it.